What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. In this video, we are jumping into the dawn of DC with Superboy, the Man of Tomorrow, issue number 1. This is also the round robin winner of 2022. Now, if you guys have been keeping up with the round robin stuff, it's really just a poll that goes out to all the fans to vote on the comic that you guys want written. Superboy is not the story that I had voted for, but it's a story that apparently the majority of people wanted. But even if this is not the comic that I had voted for, it still has a lot of promise, because I do feel that Connor deserves some spotlight. With writer Kenny Porter, with art, color, and cover by Janoy Lindsay, we are going to be following Connor along, and we're going to be finding his place in the world, where he belongs, and how this is all going to work, with the super family being so vast and so massive these days. So make sure you guys have subscribed to the channel, make sure that you like this video, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright guys, so as we jump into this comic, we are picking up in downtown Metropolis. We see that Superboy has made his way through here, only to come in and save some people at the last minute. He is saving them from Dr. Polaris. With Dr. Polaris causing all kinds of mayhem, he goes to drop a building on Connor only for the super family to show up. Supergirl and Jonathan coming in at the last moment. They tell Connor not to worry about it, that they got this. It's also worth noting that this takes place before the events of Action Comics 1051. But with the super family showing up to include Superman, Connor kind of feels like an outsider. He feels like he doesn't belong. He had only come to Metropolis so that he could get some coffee for Jonathan and Martha Kent. He thought he was going to be saving the day, but the reality is, there are so many supermen these days that he doesn't even necessarily have a place anymore. But one place he does feel comfortable is back on the farm. That's what takes us to Smallville, with Connor sitting down with John and Martha. They're kinda giving him a little pep talk. They're letting him know that it's okay that you haven't found your way yet. And they're telling him that maybe you just need to open up your horizon. Maybe you just need to go out into the world and find your Metropolis. Those words click in his head. He takes off in an instant and he heads to the Fortress of Solitude. With the help of Kellex, he begins looking all over the globe, looking for somebody that might need some help. But as he looks, he sees that everybody is already out there. Whether it be the Justice League, whether it be the Super Family, whether it be the Teen Titans. Everybody is out there doing something to save somebody, which means there's not a lot of work for Connor to do. And so he thinks he's gonna open it up even bigger. He's gonna look in nearby planets and nearby galactic systems, looking for the signal that is the strongest, an unknown planet, and they are currently under the invasion of Dominators. Dominator warships have entered the atmosphere, and so Connor believes that he has found his calling. If he can't help anybody here on Earth, he can help people in nearby systems. That's where he picks up a bracelet, one that is meant for teleportation. Now, Kal-El had taken this off of a bounty hunter. The problem is, it's very unstable. It is an outdated Zeta Beam bracelet and communicator that is labeled too dangerous for use. Kellex tells him that it is too unpredictable, but Connor's not thinking about that. He just thinks that this is something that I can use. If it's too dangerous for use, that means nobody is gonna want it. Nobody is going to be using it. And so he snaps that bracelet on. Make sure that the return coordinates are locked into Earth, so if things go sideways, he can teleport out of there. As he packs his bag, he takes off to do what Supermen do best. He teleports in only to find that the local populace, they see him as an abomination. They believe that he is one of the Dominator's weapons. And while the local people are scared of him, he's not really focused on them. He is focused on the warships that are coming in. And Connor wastes no time getting to work, taking down 4 or 5 of these warships in an instant. He tells the local people that they gotta get out of here, being able to talk to them because of the bracelet. Now, usually when people see the S on the chest, they think of hope. They know that they mean business, that they're there to stick up for the little guy. But judging by the looks on all these people's faces, that's not the case. This is when he is confronted by 3 individuals: 101, 102, and 103. These are all creations of the Dominators. They have been creating super soldiers by cloning and splicing genetic material together. And Connor wastes no time jumping into the fray. One by one, he begins to take them on, making sure that everybody is evacuated from the city. While Connor is just laying down the hate, we see the roles are quickly reversed. These guys are much stronger than he anticipated. While his telekinesis is definitely a one-up in this game, super strength alone cannot fight these guys off. When he goes in to protect somebody, he sees that this is just an illusion, a telepathic illusion, and that's when 103 grabs him by the throat. Using telepathy, this person begins to dive into Connor's mind. This is when one of the Dominators shows up, finding it fascinating that this guy is a clone. Somehow they were able to combine Kryptonian DNA and powers into another species. The only thing this Dominator can see is the applications that can be used. So they try to soften him up. They beat the living crap out of Connor, but Connor is still standing on his feet. He is still ready to fight. As he listens, he hears that all the people have escaped the city. This means that Connor can go all out. He's not worried about hurting anybody. Anybody that is close within the vicinity, they're bad guys and he is about to deal with them. And so one at a time, he starts putting them down in the ground. This is when the Dominator pulls out a weapon. But it's not a gun or something of that manner. It is simply a device that opens up the warships. Because while he's facing against 101, 102, and 103, there are still 100 other experiments that have not made their way to the battlefield. And right now, they are all descending down on top of Connor. We see them all swarm him. All of them powered, all of them having super strength or something of that nature. He tries to fight his way out. He tries to use his telekinesis, his super strength, anything and everything. As he is trying to get his bearing, that's when something crazy begins to happen. All of these experiments begin to die. Lasers going through them left and right. Our Dominator leaving the battlefield recognizing that they are outnumbered. That's when Connor gets hit with a huge blast, because the people that have come in not knowing that they're saving Connor are the Cosmoteers. They believe Connor to be an experimental Kryptonian, and they are getting ready to put him down. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. A quick but definitely fun issue. Like I said, I'm not one that voted for Superboy, but it's not a bad story. I am happy that this is a story that's being written. Now, this is a great story if you're new to Superboy. If you are new to Connor Kent the Clone, we could call this like a reintroduction. And that's really what it seems like's going on, is that all these issue number 1s, everything with the dawn of DC seems to be a reintroduction, more of an attempt to bring in the new readers. Because a lot of the information that they have gone over, we already know about. You know, Connor not being from this planet, trying to find his place, now in a world that he never even existed in, he's trying to find where he belongs. And I think I'm excited for this story because if you guys remember from the Action Comics, Superman, whatever it may be, I love a good Superman story that takes place in space. Specifically, Superman Lost right now is exactly that. And so Connor out here going to different planets, trying to save people, trying to feel like he belongs somewhere. I'm 100% on board with it. Because when you're out here in the emptiness of space, when you're visiting all of these unknown planets, the possibilities are endless. You can bring in any number of alien species, any teams out there like the Cosmoteers, Green Lanterns, Yellow Lanterns, Blue Lanterns, Indigo. You can introduce as many characters as you want when you're out in space, and the story can be well written and consistent. And so the possibilities are truly endless with Connor. If this is the path that he is going down, if he is going to be the Superman that is out there in the galaxy protecting everybody, going from one planet to another, I think that this comic is going to be absolutely superb. So far, it's off to a great start, and I am very excited to see what comes next. But let me know your thoughts, let me know your theories, if you would like to get completely caught up on everything going on with this series. Be sure to check out the link in my description as well as the top of this video. It will get you completely caught up on everything going on with Superboy. If you would like to support the channel, you can always do so by joining the channel membership. Much like Patreon, having multiple different tiers, from $1 to $50, from loyalty badges to comics every single month. Not only are you helping out the channel tremendously, you are getting tons of perks in the process. If you are unable to do this, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit that notification bell, and with that being said, until the next breakdown.